Good morning everyone, today we're going to be continuing on with our leveling series. As we left off yesterday, we just completed Retem and we are moving on into Kvaris. But before we continue on with the video, if you're new to the channel, I upload NGS content daily, so if you do play this game, I would really appreciate a subscribe as it really helps out the channel. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin the video. Alright, so the very first thing I want to get out of the way is, yes, I have completed all of Retem, so I've explored everything, I found all the different Ryuker devices, and more importantly, I completed all of the cocoons. So remember, we get 9 additional skill points by completing all the cocoons as well as the towers in Retem, so please make sure to do that before moving on to Kvaris, because those 9 extra skill points is going to help you a lot in just powering up your character. Because the way that battle power is calculated is not just from your gear as well as your level alone, it's also by the skill points. The more skill points you allocate into your class, the higher battle power you will have. This includes your subclass as well. So in my case, both of my Braver and my Force have allocated all 29 skill points, and that's why my battle power is 1700. Another thing I also completed was the Arks Records. So when I go to personal over here on Arks Records and random challenge records, over here, this is a weekly thing that will cycle through and it'll have different challenges every single week. Now this week's challenge is actually do the West Alio Dash Stage 1 solo. So all you need to do is you need to participate. You don't need to get gold medals, you don't need to do anything. As long as you participate and you complete it one time, you are guaranteed 20 Arks Record badges. Now the reason why these Arks Record badges are so important is because you can use them at the item trader over here. Go to the Arks Record Badge Exchange, and over here you can get weapon camos. So I just picked up the Senquim Almaty CV since it applies to all weapons, and it only costs 10 Arks Record badges. Remember, if you participate, you get 20. So this is a weekly thing. You do it every single week if you want, and you can get a bunch of cool looking weapon camos so that you can apply this weapon camo over whatever weapon you're currently using in order to fit your theme. So in my case, I am currently using a Senquim Almaty CV. What CV stands for is color variant, and you can see it is red and orange. The special thing about color variants is it changes the color of your photon arts as well. So you can see over here when I block, the Almaty CV does have this flame effect on the hilt that's orange and red, which is pretty cool. However, more importantly is my photon arts. If you look at my photon arts, it is now a red color instead of a blue color. This is simply because it is a color variant. Now let me remove the weapon camo and I'll show you what it looks by default. So I'll remove it, and now you can see my katana goes back to its regular state. You know, this is the regular katana, nothing special about it. And when I attack, you can see it is a blue colored. So the default photon art color is always going to be blue. So if you want to change the color, it depends on what color variants you have. There's a bunch of different colors. There's red, there's orange, there's black, there's white, and there's also like green. There's a lot of different colors, but it has to be a color variant. All right, it has to have this CV in front of it, or it has to have color, and under here it has to show the different colors, and that is what it will change your photon art color to. Now remember, the Senquim Almaty CV is unique in the case that it applies to all weapons, which means it doesn't matter what class you play, you can apply this weapon camo and get the really cool red effect. All right, so as you can see over here, I applied it back, and again, all of my photon art colors are red, which fits very well with my current color scheme since I am going with this whole red and white theme. So with the explanation of the weapon camos out of the way, we are simply just going to continue on with these main storyline again. So we are going to head back to the command room in Alio, and then as usual, just continue to follow the yellow marker. Now after the cutscene at Central City, you are going to get a quest over here where you need to talk to Gaiden in Central City. This used to give a butt ton of EXP, and we are now going to see how much EXP it gives you. It still gives you a metric butt ton of 3 million EXP for talking to a single NPC, so make sure to pick up his side task over here. And once you picked it up, you're going to see there's a little indicator that tells you 59 meters to the left, so we're simply going to close that, and we're going to head over here to talk to this NPC, and we are going to get a metric butt ton of EXP. As we see right here, we got our 3 million EXP, and yeah, we've also unlocked the quest counter. So if you're watching this video as it just came out, you do have access of the limited time quest of the special training Green Hill Sprint. This is because there's currently a collaboration with Sonic going on right now, so this is the special Sonic map that you can run over and over if you want to do it. However, as you can see, that 3 million EXP catapulted us all the way from level 35 to level 40. So we are already level 40 and we're ready to rock and roll and go into Kvaris and kick everything's butt very, very easily. Now, something you're definitely going to need to change is the tracking. It will automatically start tracking as random side tasks. We don't want that. We want to go straight back to the main storyline over here to the Kvaris region. And now, again, we just follow the yellow marker and go all the way to Kvaris, and we're going to continue on with the story. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, once you have arrived to Kvaris Camp, which is the main hub of Kvaris, you are going to get a side quest from Gaiden where it tells you to trade in a designated augment capsule. So what you're going to do is you're going to come to the marker right here to the little robot, talk to it, and then you're going to go to Exchange Enhancement Materials, Augment Capsule over here, and you're going to find Stamina 3. Once you found Stamina 3, click on it. You're going to click on the bottom option over here, and then you're going to be able to trade 4 of your Stamina 2s in order to get a Stamina 3. So we're simply going to click confirm. As you can see right here, we will obtain 1 Stamina 3 capsule at the cost of 4 Stamina 2 capsules. Click confirm and boom. So now's the second part of Gaiden's quest, and that is adding an augment to your piece of equipment. So the way that you add augments is you simply go to the add augment tab right here. You select your weapon or your armor, but in our case, we're going to be selecting our weapon, which is still the Hextra Katana. We haven't changed. So we're going to click on this, and over here, you're going to see that we don't have any capsules. That is simply because we have material storage. When we go to material storage, you're going to see here are all the different capsules that you have obtained by simply going in the open world, killing stuff while doing the main storyline. And as you can see, you get a bunch of capsules. So the way that capsules work is if you use 1 capsule, as you can see, there's a success rate. So there's a 10% chance of success for the Stamina 1 capsule to stick on my weapon if I only use 1 capsule. However, you can actually put a maximum of 10 of the same type of capsule in order to boost its success rate. So as you can see over here, my Stamina 1, if I put 10 capsules, it's a 100%. However, for example, if we look at Stamina 3 over here, Stamina 3 only has a 9% success rate. So if I were to put 10 capsules, there's only a 90% success chance. So the higher the rarity of the capsule, the lower the success rate is going to be. However, keep in mind that it is going to increase your stats significantly. As you can see, Stamina 1 only gives you 5 HP, while Stamina 2 gives you 10 HP, and Stamina 3 gives you 15 HP. This also applies to damage. So when we look down here at Might 1, this gives you 1% melee potency. Might 2 gives you 1.5% melee potency, and Might 3 gives you 2% potency. And Might 4 actually jumps up to 3% melee potency. So you just need to keep in mind that even though the success rate will get lower, but the stats of the higher level capsules are significantly better than the lower level capsules. Another thing to keep in mind is you cannot put multiples of the same capsule. So let's say that I want to put Might 3, Might 2, and Might 1 on my weapon. That doesn't work. You can only apply one type of a specific type of capsule. So if I use a Might 3 capsule, I won't be able to use Might 4, Might 2, or Might 1. Those will replace the Might 3 if I try to apply it on top of my weapon or my armor. But for the sake of completing this side quest, I recommend just putting a level 1 capsule or a level 2 capsule of your choice of whatever you have. So you'll probably have a ton of Stamina 1s and Stamina 2s, but if you have any of the ones that increase your potency, these are going to be the better choice simply because it gives you more damage. Because I'm sure a lot of you guys noticed when you came into the Kvaris region, the mobs were a lot more tankier and it took a lot longer to kill them even though you were level 40 and they were level 37. And the main reason is because 1, our weapon isn't very good, and 2, it's not augmented at all. So in my case, I am actually going to be putting Might 2, so I'm just going to put 10 capsules of Might 2, and it's a 100% success rate, so I don't need to gamble at all. So once you click confirm, it's going to be augment selection. You got to select what augments you want to put in. You can see Might 2 is going to take the first slot. Start a fixed augment, and over here you actually have the option to use success boosters. Success boosters go all the way up to 30%. So as you can see here, I have a 10% booster. So let's say that my Might 3 with a 90% success rate, I could actually use this 10% to boost it all the way up to 100%. I'm actually going to show you that right now. So you can see right here, if I put 10 Might 3s, it's a 90% success rate. I'm going to click on this, and you're going to see right here, it's a 90% success rate, but once we use a 10% booster, it becomes 100%, so there's no gambling involved. So you can use these end augmentation success rate boosters to your advantage, especially when we start talking about the higher level capsules. So the main ones that you really want to save are the 20% as well as the 30%. those are the rare ones. The 10% one is fairly common that you can get pretty regularly, so feel free to use the 10% one whenever you want, but the 20% one, if you're a free-to-play player, you really want to kind of save them for big upgrades. And the 30% ones, those are ultra rare. You don't want to use them too often because in order to get them, you need to spend your valuable star gems. So in our case, we're simply just going to use 10 Might 2 capsules. It's a 100%. We don't need to use any success boosters, and voila, it's success. We now have Might 2 on our weapon. Now that we've added Might 2 on our weapon, if we go to the second page, you can see that our weapon now has a 1.5% melee potency increase, which is going to help us deal a little bit more damage. Now, if you're still struggling with the storyline because the mobs are just really tanky or they're just taking too long to kill, you can augment your weapon over here by putting a bunch of level 1 or level 2 capsules if you want. However, more importantly, I recommend people to actually do all of the side quests. As you can see in the Kvaris region, there's a bunch of people with this little list symbol on their heads, and these are a bunch of side quests and they give you a bunch of EXP. So if you're having a lot of trouble with the main storyline, it's better to just do all the side quests over here, over level, and then attempt to do the story missions, and it's going to be much easier as you are going to be over leveled for the content. However, if you're still breezing through everything, then you can just beeline the storyline and you don't need to do any of the side quests. So with that being said, I'm going to continue on with the storyline and I'll see you guys in a bit. And congratulations, we have now completed the Kvaris storyline, and we actually got rewarded 4 additional arms refiners. So if you need to upgrade your armor, you can do so. However, personally, I'm going to be saving my arms refiners because again, I'm not having any trouble with the story. I'm still using my Hextra Katana. This is really good. It's a very good weapon series. Just make sure that you get the weapon potential to level 6 and get it to plus 50, and it's good to go. As for the augments over here, we did get a bunch of level 2 augments by just questing through. So if you are struggling a little bit, or you just want to make your life a little bit easier, just get a little bit more damage, a little bit more HP, so forth and so on, feel free to augment your weapon as well as your armors over here, because the rewards they gave you was they actually gave you 40 of multiple types of capsules, which you can actually use. One notable one is Dreadkeeper 2, which actually gives you 15 HP, 4 photon power, as well as some potency floor and damage resistance. So if you are struggling in the story, definitely put this onto your armor. Since they gave you 40 capsules, you can actually put it on all of your armor as well as your weapon, which will increase your HP by 60, as well as increase your damage resistance by quite a bit, and just give you that little extra bit of survivability. However, if you're just like me and you're breezing through the story, just save those capsules. We can convert those capsules into something useful later down the line. Now, just as usual, before we move on to the next region, which is Stia, I highly recommend that you complete all of the different cocoons as well as the tower in order to gain another 9 additional skill points. This again is going to be boosting your battle power, make your character much stronger. Now, another thing to look at is of course the red boxes. You have unlocked an entire new region. There are a lot of star gems, a lot of Meseta, a lot of different minerals that you can pick up simply by breaking all of the red boxes. Now, on top of all of this, since you've unlocked 3 regions, so we've unlocked Alio over here, Retem over here, as well as Kvaris over here, you can now collect all of the valuables every single day. So valuables are literally free Meseta that respawn every single day at daily reset. So we can see over here in the Alio region, the valuables are going to spawn here, here, and here. Just make sure that you visit all 3 places every single day. Make sure to pick them up and sell them. As for Retem, all of the valuables spawn right above this waypoint. So you literally teleport, look straight up, and then you pick up all the Stella fragments and instantly sell that for extra money. And last but not least is the Kvaris region. You're going to teleport up here and you literally take the snowboard and you can just glide all the way down and collect all of the snolls over here, which you can also sell for Meseta. Now, to make your life a little bit easier to find all of these valuables, you can actually go over here to gear and sub palette, and under the mag tab over here, you can activate Sonar target settings and look for very specific things. So let's say you want to find valuable items, which are the ones that I just talked about, free Meseta every single day. You simply tick it and your scanner is going to automatically find it when you're close to any valuable items. You will literally see your mag start pinging the location and you just follow the pings and you're going to find all of the valuable items very easily. But that concludes the Kvaris region. The next region we're going to be moving on to is going to be the Stia region, which we'll be covering in tomorrow's video. Special thanks to all the members for supporting the channel. It really means a lot to me. Thank you again. But yeah, that's all I wanted to cover in today's video. Hopefully you guys found it helpful. If you did, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye!